Well, good morning, everybody from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This is Friday morning, January the 17th, and we're going to take a little bit of a scenic drive today up into Great Smoky Mountains National Park. They had a pretty good snowfall last week. I think Newfound Gap got around a foot. There's still about 8 inches up there according to the webcam stats. So we came across last night, but it was dark, but we decided we wanted to come back this morning. We're just going to stop along the way at some places, get you some beautiful river shots with some snow, some icicles. We saw a lot of icicles frozen to the rocks last night. So we're just going to ride from Gatlinburg, which had a little bit of snow. I think they had a couple of inches. You just see a couple of patches here and there. But the higher up you go, obviously, the more snow there always is. So we're going to ride up into the Smokies today and bring you just a little fun snow video, so go with us. Okay, so we're going to drive through Gatlinburg before we get into the national park. Just let you see what downtown looks like. This is, I think I found my favorite month of the year to come to Gatlinburg. There's hardly anybody here. A lot of people at the Alamo last night, but hardly anybody in town.
It's like when we came through town at first, there was like just a handful of people walking. I said, there's hardly anybody
I don't think
here.
we saw 20 people riding through town.
And then we got to the Alum and the parking lot was full. It's like, they're all here. Yeah, so it's like what time is it? 9:39 in the morning. And yeah, you can see.
I think a lot of the businesses start opening around 10. But somebody doing a little street witnessing there this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty much, I won't say deserted, but this is nice in a way, to be honest with you. Sometimes when we're up here, you can't hardly turn around.
Oh, I know. When you're driving, because there's so much traffic, and then there's also people trying to cross.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to be real careful.
We've been up here a lot of times when there was an ambulance going through, and there's an accident when somebody tries to cross, then somebody's not watching and doesn't stop. All right, so right at the edge of town is the national park. It's been a couple years ago, we were walking into the village and I hear two guys talking. There's no lie. And one of them talks about going up into the national park later, and the other guy says, "National park? Where is that?"
Yeah, there's a national park around here? It's like,
yeah, like the most visited one in the country. I don't know how everybody plans their vacations pretty much online now. I don't know how you plan a trip to Gatlinburg without reading about the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, because pretty much every site tells you that's where Gatlinburg is.
Yeah.
So literally once you leave town here, you enter into the national park pretty much immediately, as we're getting ready to do. We were so relieved they finally opened up the road across the park like yesterday.
Yeah,
we knew we were coming, and it's been closed all week from the snow. And you say, what snow? You'll be seeing that as we go up. Still just a few patches down here, but because with Interstate 40 shut down, it's very hard to get here from western North Carolina. The only other route really is up through Hot Springs, and that would have put us way later getting here. So I was so happy that 441 Newfound Gap Road opened back up yesterday. All right, so we just entered the national park. And I'm going to be passing Sugarlands Visitor Center here in just a moment. Now we've done other videos on different things here in the park. We did a video on Cataract Falls. It's been less than a year. Maybe back over the summer.
It was in the, I was trying to think too. It was late summer.
Yeah. The reason I mentioned that is you turn right up here to get to Cataract Falls, and a lot of people want to know a good waterfall for maybe somebody in their party that can't walk far, or I want to say, could you even take a motorized wheelchair? I'm trying to remember.
I saw people pushing strollers. You just have to be kind of cautious and careful, you know, because there are some roots, some rocks. But you may be able to.
It's basically,
if it's a real sturdy one, maybe.
It's basically the easiest waterfall in the national park to walk to.
Yeah.
And you'll make the right turn for it up here behind the park headquarters building. So just want to remind everybody of that if you haven't seen our video on it. We actually show you the directions in that video if you're interested. Cataract Falls. So that was probably, I don't know, last summer or last spring. Corvette there.
Sharp looking.
If you see this sign coming that says parking tag required, if you park in any one spot in the national park for over 15 minutes, you have to have a tag. If you're just going to stop and take a quick picture or something, or a quick bathroom break under 15 minutes, you're right here at the park headquarters to the right. That's where you turn to go to Cataract Falls. You do not need the parking tag if you're under 15 minutes in any one spot. You can park 14 minutes in one spot, then go somewhere else and park 14 minutes. You can do that. You don't need the tag. If you have a legitimate handicap placard, you don't need the tag. But other than that, you need a parking tag. Now, if you see this little setup here, what they've had a problem with ever since the hurricane took out part of I-40, a lot of the tractor and trailers are trying to cross the national park. And they've got no business doing that because this road is not built for that. There have already been several accidents and fatalities, so now there actually was a fatality, at least one that I know of because of that. So now they're setting up these stations on both sides and they're turning them around, and if a truck tries it, they get a fine of $5,000.
Wow.
So that's just some more information.
And look, since we entered the national park,
Yeah.
snow.
Well, it's shadier here. It hasn't melted off.
Yeah. But I mean, even coming up the road, but it's like as soon as I should say past the visitor center, snow, not national park.
Alright, so you're seeing right now one of the flanks of Mount LeConte, not the highest part. I think that's called Balsam Point. So as you can see, pretty good little snow cover now.
Yep, they can
Just a couple
up.
miles out of Gatlinburg. And a little elevation. So we're going to be stopping at one of the pull-offs here, the Chimneys viewing area. It has like 4 or 5 different pull-offs. This first one offers a pretty good view. I apologize for the sun. I know that probably doesn't look good. I'm going to try to zoom up on the Chimney Tops. I know there's probably some sun glare on that. That's where the Gatlinburg fires of 2016 started. Because of 2 boys. It hadn't rained in weeks and they're throwing matches down. And I think 13 people, 14 maybe, lost their lives in town. The fire swept into town and destroyed a lot of it. That's where the fires began. Oh yeah, the river looks beautiful. We're gonna get some river shots here in a minute.
Do you want me to stop here at the Chimney Top?
Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we're gonna walk down to the bridges over the Chimney Tops and see if we can get some good river snow shots. Okay, we're walking down to the first bridge at the Chimney Tops. I don't know that I recommend that you try this. It's a lot slicker than we thought the path would be. wow. Y'all know that I love rivers and the mountains anyway, but there's just something, I don't know, almost magical about this. I don't like to use that word. But
Look, I did not take this. If you just look at the rock
yeah.
where the ice is, it's like how it's covered. I wonder how thick that truly is. I mean, look how pretty that is.
I mean, that looks like 3 feet of snow on that rock, don't
I
it?
know. So I'd love to know how thick that is.
Yeah, look at that, as Shaughnessy would call it, frozen ice. Yeah, that's something. There's going to be a lot more of this in this video because we're going to be stopping at various places along the river. And just past this first bridge, there is a second one that's just around the curve basically, so we're going to show you that one as well. And some of y'all witnessed my fall when I was recording in the snow at our house the other day, and I am perfectly fine. A lot of people have asked. A lot of people said I'd be sore the next day. I actually wasn't. Apparently I landed just right because like it never happened. But so here's the second bridge, just a very, very short walk. Be careful going down in there.
I'm going to see if I can get a picture of the water there.
Yeah. Let me zoom up on it right quick, then I'll be out of your way. All right. Something tells me that water will be just a bit frigid. And Shaughnessy's going to demonstrate that for us now. She's going to take her shoes and socks off. She's going to roll her pants legs up.
No, she's not.
here's the 360-degree loop. You literally make a complete circle. We'll be up there on top of that tunnel here in just a second. So I hope y'all enjoyed those river shots. That was from the Chimneys trailhead parking area, not the picnic area, but the trailhead if you're going to hike the Chimneys. And those two bridges are just a short walk from the parking lot. It was a little bit slick.
I mean, we did it in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and it was snowy and icy, so we had to be careful. So that's easy. Just pull off.
Yeah.
Don't need a parking tag.
It's beautiful along that river, as you saw. Just be careful if you decide to do it. I found it easier to walk in the actual snow where it was crunchy. Where it's compacted, that's pretty treacherous.
Yeah, I slid. I didn't fall, but I slid a little.
One of these years I'll learn not to take my national park drives in the morning because the sun is always right
Yeah,
there. I
it's
never
like-
remember that till the next time.
It's like he always wants to get up and go early, and here we are, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sun.
So a neat little characteristic of rhododendron is that when it's really cold, they curl up like a cigar. That's how you know it's really cold. And they open back up when they warm up. So this is the Alum Cave Trail if you were hiking Mount LeConte or just to Alum Cave itself or to Arch Rock. We're just walking out here to the little bridge. Oh, here's another bridge. Let's walk out over that one. Yeah, this is actually the official beginning of the trail up Mount LeConte. And by the way, this is the trail we recommend if you're going to hike LeConte. I think it's the most scenic. We've done all 5 of them. Rainbow Falls would come in probably really close second. If they were to let Trillium Gap grow up and not ever be used again, that would suit me just fine. That's the worst trail of all
I
of them.
did not like that trail.
It says 6.7 miles. It seemed like it was 67. No view at all.
It was terrible.
And that's also the way the llamas take the supplies up, so you got to kind of watch your step.
And I was hurting so bad.
Yeah.
And you let me borrow a pair of your wool socks, which I didn't realize I was allergic to.
That's unbelievable.
It was like I had all sorts of problems.
Thought I was going to have to just leave her there, but we made it. Folks, it don't get any better than that. And this is what I opened my door back to right here.
He was keeping your seat
He
warm.
was. Alright, so we pulled off another little overlook. I have to walk back down the road a little bit to get some river shots because there's no way I'm going to try to cross into that. And folks, it is just a beautiful winter wonderland here in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The temperature is frigid right now. The snow is thick. Get out of the road here. Just absolutely beautiful. I hope y'all enjoyed those series of river shots there from Alum Cave Trailhead, and then those most recent ones were just up above that and we'll pull off on the left. So we're going to continue on Newfound Gap Road. We're getting into some of the icicles now, so I am going to turn the camera to the left a little bit.
I'll go by slowly. There's nobody behind me.
Love these icicles that just freeze to the rocks. I was showing you some of those a couple of weeks ago when we went up to Roan Mountain, and I'm really enjoying seeing these as well.
Yeah, last night when we were coming through, we could only see them with the headlights. They looked pretty thick. Those are like white.
Yeah, folks, I'd love to pull off and get them for you, but where it seems like where the icicles are for me, there's no pull-offs. Yeah, pull in right here. I can walk back to those. That's good. So we're going to continue to make our way towards Newfound Gap. We are almost there. And we're going to show you some more icicles along the way.
This is like the best spot along the 441 to see them,
yes.
You know.
Yeah, because the sun doesn't hit in a lot of these areas much at all. Some icicles. Another shady area coming up, so hopefully there'll be some good ones right there.
There's usually some hanging off the tunnels. I've not seen one.
There usually is. I'm not sure why there's not. So maybe that's much to the icicles there then. Nope, I see some.
Oh, yes.
These look like ice picks.
Yeah, they do.
Let's see if we can go really, really slow. I don't have a place to pull off and get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, these look like a bunch of daggers pointing downward. Slower. There you
I don't
go.
have anybody behind me,
All
so I
right,
can
there
do
you go.
this.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that if we did.
Yeah.
So you have reached the crest of the Smokies as far as Highway 441 goes right here. North Carolina-Tennessee state line. Now all that difference of weather we just showed you, from just a little snow in Gatlinburg to a ton of it up here, is all in 15 miles. But it's also an elevation climb from about 1,300 feet to 5,000 feet. And that makes a lot of difference.
It does.
Mr. Crow is enjoying the snow today. He's just not enjoying me. And I have spotted standing Indian Mountain just above the Georgia border, way out in the distance there. Okay, I was just challenged to play King of the Hill. I took her up on the challenge. She goes, well, the van's still running. We didn't lock it. Climb up there, Queen of the Hill.
I don't want to go all the way top. I'll fall.
Well, you're the one who wanted to play King of the Hill. I'm leaving the camera on just in case we get something good here.
That'd hurt if I fell that way.
Well, don't put yourself in danger, at least not too much. There you go. Hold on, let me come around and get a... Well, that's right into the sun. All right, better get down from there before you do fall.
Yeah, I know.
So now listen to this. Here's a guy, his last name's White. They call him the Black Alin. His first hike ever, listen to this, was the 2,190 mile Appalachian Trail from beginning to end.
Wow.
I believe I'd break myself in on some lesser hikes, but that's that's amazing. Try to get, that's in the shadow
Oh,
there.
so it was me.
I've never noticed this story before.
It looks like a relatively new sign.
Well, it says he did it in 2017, but there's the route he took. Springer Mountain, Georgia, all the way up to Mount Katahdin, Maine.
Wow.
That's pretty neat.
Pretty good.
I just think if I was going to do that, I'd do some other hikes first, but
You must have been in pretty good shape to
I
start
mean,
off doing.
what would be a challenge after that, you know? It's like, you basically done it all in one whack. So apparently he went through a snowstorm past Charlie's Bunion. We need to go out and do a hike at Charlie's Bunyan again.
We do, yeah.
It's been a number of years since we did that. All right, so we're gonna go just another mile or so to the Oconaluftee Valley Overlook. Now, coming up last night, unlike what you saw from Gatlinburg, there's pretty much snow all the way down the mountain into Cherokee on the North Carolina side. Of course, not near as much in Cherokee as up here, but it's pretty much snow all the way down on the North Carolina side. So both the amounts will decrease. We're pretty much at the crest of what we can see now. I'm going to show you where Clingman's Dome Road, Kuohi Road, I'm going to call it both to please everybody. That's closed from December 1st through March 31st. The only way you can get up there.
They don't have it where that's just a little hiking. I don't think I can pull up in there. Or can I?
You can pull up in there. You just have to back out, I guess. You can't circle around. So anyway, this gentleman here is going to backpack, it looks like. Anyway.
Oh, you can see they got actually plowed going on up further.
Okay, well, then never mind. We have seen it where it's just completely covered. But what we was going to say, the best and most impressive ice wall, which is what we call the icicles on the sides, like what we just showed you, what we showed you on Roll Mountain, is on Clingman's Dome Road. But it's about a 5-mile walk from here. So
I don't think we'll
we're just telling you about it. I'm sure somebody has put it on YouTube, but it's not going to be us.
We've seen pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know.
We've seen it in April after the road opens up when there's a late cold spell or snowstorm.
Yeah.
But people posted pictures last year and it was so impressive. But anyway.
He's setting up a tripod.
He's setting up a tripod. So,
he's going to document his hike, I guess.
Well, can't blame him for that.
No, I would
If I was
too.
going to put that effort out, I would too.
Yeah. Am I still good to back out?
You're okay now, yeah. Okay, doke. So we're going to stop at what is really my favorite overlook in the Smokies, and that's the Oconaluftee Valley Overlook. I love it in the fall, especially.
You can get so many views there. Like if you can get some fog in the valley, the mountains still just looks.
It never looks the same twice.
Makes the mountains look so high, majestic.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when there's fog in the valley. All right, so the Oconaluftee Valley Overlook is the first one on the right after you pass Clingman's Dome Road. So
it's right in the curve.
Yes, right in the curve. Okay, well, thank y'all for watching. We hope you enjoyed this beautiful snow drive today from Gatlinburg up to Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Absolutely beautiful. It's a winter wonderland up here today.
It is so pretty.
Now, before I say anything else, Shaughnessy and I have been doing a little thing here lately where if one of us says something funny, it gets shared in the video. She's kind of started that trend at Chili's a couple of months back, I guess. Mentioned something I said 15 years ago where I misread a sign. So since then, you've delivered quite a few good ones to us. You don't like chicken wings because of the feathers on them. Then a couple of weeks ago, you said something about frozen ice at Roan Mountain. Today was a really good one. I was just setting the tripod up and putting the camera on it to take a picture of her and I. And she said, "Do you want me to cut the van off so you won't hear the motor running?"
I thought I didn't know we were doing a picture because I thought we were doing the closeout thing, and I thought he was setting it up. We were going to stand out there and talk, and so I thought, well, so we don't hear the motor. And he goes, "I'm just taking a picture." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we've never had a problem with engines in a picture. But anyway, do hope y'all enjoyed this drive. And we've enjoyed bringing you this drive. We've actually walked through some almost knee-deep snow in some places. Trying to get some of those river shots. You asked her, when I was doing some of those river shots, I was actually standing. My feet are still a little cold.
Yeah, I've got the floor heat on now, so that way our feet can kind of thaw and
dry out a little bit. But it was fun, enjoyable. It's a little treacherous walking down some of those steps there at the chimneys. Could have You slid one time. I didn't slide today.
Yeah, I didn't fall, thankfully, but just a bit.
You really could. So I would advise anybody to be careful, but it was just beautiful seeing that heavy snow on those rocks. Really enjoyed this drive today.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this one probably as much as I have any fall drive I've taken up here.
Just the different seasons up here. Fall and, when there's snow is absolutely beautiful. Love it.
Will and Dawn, Yankee in the South, did a beautiful hike after the snow fell last week. When we found out we were coming up here, they were actually calling for a little snow tomorrow evening. And if that had panned out, we were going to do that same hike. It was just a short hike to the John Ownby cabin, and they did it in the snow last week. And I said that video was just...
He was very impressed.
Absolutely. I told her, I said, if we can get up there when there's snow, we got to do that hike, because it was just absolutely beautiful walking through the woods.
Yeah, and with it being lower elevation, so if it was up here...
If it was up here, we could still do it.
Yeah.
But most of the snow down there has melted, so we're going to have to catch that one another time. But I would love to bring a snow hike. We don't have the equipment to do anything like Mount LeConte in the snow. There's a lot more snow up there than there is even right here. We don't have the equipment for that, but something short like that, I think they said it was like a mile round trip. We could do that.
Yeah.
So one of these days.
Starts off at the Sugarland's Visitor Center. There's a sign there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's just very few, little bit of snow left here in patches, but nothing to bring a video of. So anyway, thank y'all for watching this. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe.
And find and follow us on Facebook.
So everybody, thank y'all for watching. Have a blessed day.